Federal investigators urgently want to know why a Chinese woman entered President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort carrying a device with computer malware. Yujing Zhang is charged with making false statements to a federal officer and entering a restricted building over the weekend. She allegedly lied to security to gain access. The president was in Florida at the time, but not at Mar-a-Lago.
A Secret Service statement says it does not determine who is invited or welcome at Mar-a-Lago. It is a responsibility, they say, of the host entity. In Washington, the House Intelligence Committee chairman says he has questions about security at the resort. A lot of people do. Paula Reid is at the White House with more on this story. Paula, good morning.
Indeed, Gayle, so many questions. Prosecutors say when Zhang arrived at Mar-a-Lago, she told the Secret Service she was headed to the pool, and the club believes she was related to one of its members and let her in. But she didn't even have a swimsuit. Instead, she had 2 Chinese passports and a thumb drive loaded with malware.
Thank you very much.
President Trump has visited the Winter White House 23 times since taking office. This past weekend, he was already hitting the links at a nearby Trump golf course by the time Zhang snuck into the club. Prosecutors allege Zhang first approached a Mar-a-Lago security checkpoint on Saturday, shortly after noon. Even though security could not find her on the access list, the club believes she was the relative of a member and allowed her access onto the property. When Zhang arrived in the main reception area, a staffer asked several times why she was at Mar-a-Lago. Zhang finally responded she was there for a United Nations Chinese American Association event. The staffer knew there was no such event and alerted the Secret Service. But Zhang passed at least 5 Secret Service agents and at least half a dozen signs before she was apprehended.
This instance was sort of a perfect storm where she lied her way past multiple checkpoints.
Fran Townsend is a CBS News senior national security analyst.
They're going to be looking at when did she enter the United States? Who did she associate with here in the U.S.?
Agents found 4 cell phones, 1 laptop, an external hard drive, and a thumb drive containing malware in her possession. This incident highlights the challenge of security at a private club.
There are members, there are guests of members, and there are large events. And so it just represents a vulnerability that the Secret Service is charged with mitigating.
Zhang allegedly told agents that her Chinese friend Charles told her to travel from China to Florida to speak with a member of the president's family about foreign relations. The Secret Service has not been able to corroborate that story. They say the investigation is ongoing. Here at the White House this morning, we have observed many additional Secret Service agents on duty. Norah?
It's fascinating. That comes in the context, of course, what is a national security apparatus, including with my previous interview with the FBI director, who is warning that the Chinese are systematically stealing secrets from America, business secrets, corporate secrets. It is a huge concern for those. So I think this story continues to grow, as Paula has pointed out.
Yeah. I have a feeling they'll get some information from her. Doesn't one always go to the pool without your bathing suit?
Well,
that's a bit of a clue.
Yeah.